Alright guys, here we are back with round 4 of the tournament. This time playing against smokyalaterz and his Jund creation. It's going to be a difficult matchup for me. You know, I got the whole weenie swarm, but he's got 7 sweepers in his deck, plus a few fiery impulse and an exquisite firecraft. So he's got 2 radiant flames, 2 languish, 1 rising miasma, and 2 rolling thunder as his sweepers. So it's going to be an uphill battle for me for sure. Sorry about my voice. I mean, turns out that flu thing, excuse me, been complaining about was a pretty bad pneumonia, and I'm still dealing with it ever since. I've been dealing with it since Christmas fucking day. So here we're looking at a 1-lander, so easy ship. Here we have a 4-lander, 2 of my best pals. Cost me the game, both games against Covert, but that's it. The deck that I registered is the deck that I registered. We're on the draw. I mean, I'll play Servitor into Esperzo if I have to, but he's probably got removal. Either way, you know. Either way, it's a keep. He's playing a foil Evolving Wilds. And passing the turn, so we're just going to play a gate. We don't have any 1-drops in this deck. We picked up land number 5. So now we can go all the way to 4 mana and curve out, as long as we don't require double blue, because if we do, it's going to have to enter tapped. But we'll play Servitor into Esperzo, I guess, and start hopefully putting the pressure on in the air. Get a few nice smacks in. You know, force out one of those sweepers. So let's see, he puts down a Grill Guild Gate, so he's still not doing anything this turn. He also, in addition to those 7 sweepers and his spot removal, he also has both copies of Nissa's Renewal in his deck. So that's 7, you know, if he gains 7 life on me with all those sweepers, it's going to put the game out of reach. So, you know, I'm facing certainly an uphill battle here. I'd really like to top deck a Thopter Engineer. He's playing another gate now, because Thopter Engineer, Esperzo is much better with haste than without. So there's a spy network. So we're not going to show him the Blighted Gorge. I'm going to try, you know, not to show him that unless maybe we're getting in for lethal with it. But if I have to play it to curve out, I will. So I'm going to swing for 2 here. Excuse me. And play out the Esperzo. He doesn't have Spell Mastery online yet, but he can Fiery Impulse the Servitor and make me bounce my own Esperzo. That's something that he can do. No, he's going to cast a big Woodland Wanderer. That's actually a little bit of a problem. That's a 4-turn clock right there. And it has Trample, so keeping my dudes back. Not the greatest. So I know we have to bounce here. So if I play a Thopter Spy Network, I can draw a card, and then when the trigger stacks in my upkeep, I can just sack the Thopter token that I get to keep Esperzo on the battlefield. Or I can just double Servitor. I can't Spy Network, both my blue sources come in tapped. So, that's another thing. I don't want to play just this. I have to play both Servitors in case he Fiery Impulses. And there's Radiant Flames. I could keep the Esperzo back to block and try to kill that Woodland Wanderer with a Twin Bolt. But I'm going to come at him. I'm going to come at him here. And I'm going to play double Servitor, but we won't be able to play the Spy Network next turn. And I'm going to show him the Blighted Gorge. But I want to keep hitting him for 4 in the air, since I do have the Gorge and some burn. So we'll see what he comes up with now. If he just languishes, Radiant Flames, you know, I mean, he's got a ton of ways to deal with this. So he's definitely coming in for 5. I am not going to block, because if he kills one of those guys, I want to be able to bounce the other one and keep Esperzo on the battlefield. He's going to play a Gate Creeper, which is only good if he, you know, manages to follow it up with that Radiant Flames, which, you know, he very well may. But it's a gate, so he's not going to do that. So now we get to bounce up the Rune Servitor. Let's see what we pick up. It is another Twin Bolt, so we got some nice face damage going here. We got some nice face damage, so I can do this, replay a Servitor. And then throw some burn at his face next turn. And then we do have the Gorge to hopefully finish him off. Renewal is going to be a huge spell if he can manage to find it. You know, if he plays Renewal this turn, I'm pretty much dead. But there's also Languish and Radiant Flames and Rising Miasma. Although Miasma doesn't hit my Esperzo, it will force me to bounce it though. But I can play Spy Network next turn and draw a card. We'll see though. We're going to take another 5 here, so that'll be 10 to 10 on life, which I'm fine with. Excuse me, if there's nothing really worth throwing a Twin Bolt at, but again, I'm not going to block because I don't want to get Fiery Impulsed into bouncing Esperzoa back up. So it's an Outland Colossus. So I can throw 2 at his face right here. Can bounce up the dude. Pia and Kieran Nalar. That makes a couple of artifacts, helping me keep my Esperzo on the board, and it helps me chump block. That's probably the play. Pia and Kieran is probably the play here. So let's get in for 4. So if we can survive this turn, I mean, if he's got a sweeper, we're dead. You know, unless it's Languish. Languish won't kill us because it'll give his creatures -4/-4. So if he's got Radiant Flames, we're dead. If he's got Rising Miasma, we're not dead. But we have enough burn to finish him off between this and this, but I won't be able to do both on the same turn, though. So he does have a Languish. Okay, so we're not dead. Excuse me, because he's only going to get in for 3. Oh, we picked up the Firecraft. That's perfect. That is perfect. So now he is just dead. Yeah, Radiant Flames would have killed us because it wouldn't have shrunk his dudes. He would have just hit us for 11 while we were on 10 life. Excuse me. So at least their Servitor gives me the card that I needed. So let's just kill him. So yeah, turn 3 Esperzoa did a bunch of damage there. I think he got in for 12 damage for 3 mana. That's not a bad rate. You know, we were lucky that he didn't have one of his 2 Fiery Impulse to slow us down, because we definitely would have lost the game. And even though we're playing in friendly mode, we still get to do our dailies in there. I guess that's a good thing. We don't earn any coins, but let's invite him now to game number 2. So yeah, anyway, so anybody who's, I don't know if the people watching this are watching it because of the tournament, or if you're channel regulars who watch, you know, all my videos, but with this pneumonia that I've been having, like, I'm really not even fitting my voice, and just the coughing and throat clearing, you know, I'm really not in a good spot to be recording YouTube content, and that's you know, one of the main reasons why I haven't been doing it, because I just don't feel like putting out videos where I'm, you know, just not able to speak, because that's you know, that's one of the main qualifications for the whole doing the YouTube thing, is providing the commentary. So, I mean, I've been on antibiotics, I've got a fucking puffer, I've got nasal sprays, I'm using a neti pot, and I feel like a geriatric with all the shit that I'm pumping into my body to try and get this fucking shit out of here. I mean, I'm getting my ass kicked by some type of microbial organism, like motherfucking kicked. You know, it's been since the 25th of December, and we're on the 30th of January. What's that? Like 35 days or something foolish like that? I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's see. I think we got pretty lucky in that first game. You know, this is a bad matchup for me. So let's see. Double red with Servitor, Mirror, Twin Bolt. I'm not feeling this. Let's pitch that back. Here we've got, is it Gilgate? But these Sulphur Falls don't have basics to trigger them, so we're going to be playing 2 tap lands. You know, so we're turn behind, but we've got a Vial, a Pilgrim's Eye, yeah, So it's essentially like we're on the play, but it's more like we're on the draw, because we're going to be playing 2 tap lands. But his deck is slow enough that maybe I can get away with it. Although I really would just like to pick up a basic land here and start curving out any basic, just so I can play Mirror into... no, it's not a basic, so we just got to play the Sulphur Falls tapped. And now the thing about it, Sulphur Falls, is that we still don't have an island or a mountain. So now we're starting our curve at 2 on turn 3, 3 on turn 4, you know, although I'll probably play Engineer. We'll see how it goes, though. If I don't draw a basic, I may play Pilgrim's Eye just so that I can play P and Kieran on time. He's played another gate. Or is it a Rootbound? The art looks like Rootbound Crag, actually. Excuse me. So, Rune Servitor. Alchemist Vial. Either way, I can't play a 3-mana card this turn, so I'm going to play Rune Servitor now, since it's more damage in the early game. And maybe later on I can drop a Peerless Mirror and, you know, shoot a Twin Bolt at it for a little bit of extra damage that he didn't see coming. So I think putting the 2/2 down is the best thing to do. He doesn't have a whole lot of early game outside of Gate Creeper Vine, and Vine can stonewall the Peerless Mirror all day. Just like that. So I mean, he can block Peerless Mirror with that all day long. So next turn looks to be an Engineer turn, just to get the haste turned on. And hopefully within the next 2 turns I'll pick up a land so I can cast P and Kieran. If not, I'll have to play Pilgrim's Eye. So there's a Chief of the Foundry. We're going to save that though for a big turn. You know, try and get him down low enough to the point where a Chief of the Foundry is going to put him within burn range. If we can get him there, so. Swing for 3 here and see if he wants to sacrifice that. If he does, he probably has the Radiant Flames. Yeah, he probably got the Radiant Flames. It's very likely, now that he's sacrificed that. Either that or he's just afraid of the burn finish, like what happened last game. So, but I foresee Radiant Flames incoming, you know, given that he blocked there. And he has all 3 of his colors, so. Could be a Languish, though. I mean, he does have double black over there. Yeah, it's a Languish. Excuse me. So it looks like very clearly going to be a Pilgrim's Eye turn for us. So we picked up a Twin Bolt off the Servitor. If we get a land, I'm going to play P and Kieran. We don't, so let's go. We got 3 blue and 3 red, so it really doesn't matter what color we get. So considering all the double red in the deck, I'm going to go get more red rather than blue. So there we go. But this is what I'm talking about. So he had a turn 4 Languish against 2 of our dudes, which he actually cycled because of our Peerless Mirror. Or I'm sorry, he's taking his turn off to Elemental Bond. So that's not the worst thing in the world for me. But yeah, you know, I want my P and Kieran to stick around and then Chief of the Foundry, and we've got another P and Kieran to follow up the next round of sweepers. So let's get in for 1 and then drop a P and Kieran on his face. We'll have 3 1/1 flyers. That'll represent 6 damage next turn with Chief of the Foundry. And we've got the second P and Kieran to rebuild if he has the sweeper for it. Or if he has the sweeper right now. So let's see what he puts down. You know, this Alchemist File could come in handy once the late game race is on and he has a big Outland Colossus or something that we need to just stop from attacking for 1 turn. So it's another Gate Creeper Vine. That doesn't bother me. But he's still got Radiant Flames mana. You know, the Elemental Bond is a bit of a bitch. Once he starts triggering it, it's going to start, you know, spiraling card advantage out of control in his favor to find those sweepers. So he could cast a Miasma here now. Yeah, here's the Miasma. So there goes my board again. Alright, that's 2 sweepers. Alright, so let's bring in the 3rd wave with P and Kieran. Foundry's also a good follow-up to a sweeper. Put a couple of flyers in, but we aren't managing to actually get any damage in with our first 2 waves. So I mean, that's usually a bad sign. You know, at least if each of our waves had gotten in for 4 or 5 damage each, we could put him in range. He's going to flesh bag here. I think I'm going to keep the flyers rather than keep the P and Kieran itself. And he just drew a card off Elemental Bond. So there goes P and Kieran. He's on 4. So this one's not looking so good. It'll probably be an Alchemist Vial Chief of the Foundry turn. Get in for 4 in the air. And draw a card. He's playing a Firebird in his 2nd main phase. And drawing a card. So yeah, that Elemental Bond is going to be that's going to be a problem. So do I Twin Bolt it? You know, he's going to keep getting it back, but then he can play his land in the 2nd main phase to get it back as a blocker. I mean, it takes his whole turn to get it back. So do I Peerless Mirror, Twin Bolt it, and then swing for 2? That's what I'm going to do. So let's Twin Bolt here and go 1 and 1. And shoot the other 2 and get that fucking thing in the graveyard. Excuse me. And get in for 2. And like I said, if he wants to bring that back as a blocker in his 2nd main phase, it's going to cost him 6 mana to do that. So I mean, that's his whole turn. He's going to draw every card every time he does it, you know. And then once he finds a sweeper, he'll just blow it. But what else am I going to do? You know. Okay, he's casting a big Woodland Wanderer. and drawing a card. So yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble with that elemental bond over there. Just a little bit. We just got to get him into burn range, and we do have the Chief of the Foundry here, which I will play a Pilgrim's Eye to get an island and then play the Chief. So we get in for 4 near, take him to 12. Confirm the attack. And Chief is getting impulse, I guess. Yeah, Chief is going down. Okay, which is fine. I guess it means he doesn't have sweeper. Either that or he's just mitigating damage. But now the race is real. We got 6 points of burn in our hand, plus a couple of surprise damage if we instep the Foundry, and then untap and throw burn at his face. So we could burst 8, kind of out of nowhere. So is he doing a Hakeem Firebird? He's doing it and drawing a card in his first main, so he's swinging for 8 here. He is swinging for 8 here. I do have the Vial. But, like I say, we do have that nice little bit of burst, so I'm going to take it. See what he's got for those other 2 mana. So we're on 12, and he's just got a Gatecreeper. Okay. I don't think this is the worst thing in the world for me. I really don't think it is. So what did I pick up? Peerless Mirror. That's actually pretty good. Now I can jump block and throw 2 damage at his face. But let's draw a card first. We're not going to do the Thopter thing this turn. So let's draw a card. It's a Chief. And we're going to do that right now and just get in for 6. So, considering this and the Peerless Mirror, he's pretty much in a little bit of trouble. I've got an Alchemist Vial. I can stop that 5/5 from attacking, just to save myself a little bit of damage. So he has a Rolling Thunder. That means he's going to poke 3s for 7. He's going to poke 3 on the Chief, 1 each on the Thopters, and 1 at the face. So we're going to mitigate the damage here now and stop that from happening. And he's just going to get in for 3. So we're on 8. Picked up a land. I have to play the mirror though. I think I'm dead. Mirror goes 3 face, Mirror Twin Bolt goes 3 face, but that's 4 mana, and I've got the Firecraft left to bring him to 1. But he's got lethal on board. So if I play the Peerless Mirror, he swings. He needs to have no direct damage. So basically, he just used a Rolling Thunder. I think that's his only direct damage. So we're going to play the Peerless Mirror and just hope the luck sack of victory here. Because we can block the Trampler and go down to 1. If he's got another Rolling Thunder, we're just dead. I mean, that's just, we're dead. But if we can block that and go down to 1, and let me have a look at his deck list here. I got the post open on my phone. What kind of direct damage does he have? Liliana has lifelink that doesn't bother me. He has Nissa's Renewal. Fleshbag Marauder. Oh, I'm dead because of Fleshbag. Yeah. So, you know something? I should have fired the Firecraft at his face and I would have won this game. But I didn't. So, this is on me. If I had fired the Firecraft at his face, he'd be on 2 now and I could just Twin Bolt and win the game right here. But we're going to the next game because of this. So unfortunately, I lost the game by not shooting that Firecraft at him. I don't know why I didn't. It just didn't occur to me. Fleshbag Marauder, and that lost me the game. So that one's on me. I would have killed him if I'd. Now I've got the mana open. You can see it there. Game was mine, and I blew it. But yeah, and this is Renewal he had. But yeah, as far as damage, direct damage to the face, he doesn't have it outside of Rolling Thunder. So that's unfortunate that I could have won that game. But anyway, I got 20 gold out of it, I suppose. Alright, so survived a couple of sweepers and still should have won the game. That's unfortunate because I really just want to get to 3 wins and hopefully get my place in the top 8. But might be playing an elimination match in round 5 if I do what I did there again. But hey, lesson learned. I'll throw once he gets low enough, I'll just throw it at his face again, next game. Let's see. S. I'm way down in the W's. There you are. Alright, so here comes the invite. And hopefully I don't blow it this time. Yeah, Fleshbag Marauder. Fleshbag Marauder. And I had the game. But I can't dwell on that. That'll affect my performance in Game 3, you know. I mean, it's a bad matchup for me. I won the first game and I could have won the second, so I gotta feel good about that. So. Alright guys, Game 3. Winner secures a spot in the top 8. Pretty likely it secures a spot in the top 8 anyway. 3 wins should be able to do it. And the loser basically starts his elimination round a bit early in the fifth round rather than in the actual cut to top 8. Oh my. Oh god. One of these days I'll be a healthy human being again, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, so what do we have here? Servitor, Vile, Chief. Good mana on the play. Alright, let's go. Alright, this is it. This is for all the marbles. Let's get on board with the Servitor and then swing with a 3-3. And hopefully he doesn't have Radiant Flames too early in the game. So we picked up a Spy Network. That could be pretty good since we do have our 4th mana and double blue. So we'll see how the first few turns go, but this might be a fairly good start for us. So he's playing a tap land. Like I say, he doesn't really do much till the 3rd or 4th turn. We picked up a Firecraft. Do not have the double red for that yet, so we'll play Foundry Chief, swing for 3. And hopefully he doesn't untap and cast Radiant Flames, because if he doesn't, we can put down the Spy Network, and if he plays a Gate Creeper, we're guaranteed to draw a card, since we have 2 attackers. And then we've got a Vile to keep this online later in the game. So he plays the Cemetery, and here he has the Radiant Flames on the 3rd turn, which is a pain. But we'll put down the Alchemist File, and we've got the Esperzoa combo now. So yeah, he had that turn 3, motherfucker. We're not going to show him the Blighted Gorge yet, and we're going to play Vile, see if we can pick up a 2-drop and get something else out on the board this turn. No, we just get another land, but it's our 2nd red source, so that's not horrible. But I'm kind of pissed off he had that Flames right on curve. And now it's a Gate Creeper Vine. So next turn we'll have 5 mana. I really would like to pick up a 2-drop though to go with this Esperzoa. But we can go straight to 6 mana. So we can play the Spy Network and still replay the Esperzoa on the following turn. And we picked up a Thopter Engineer, which is mighty exciting. But he doesn't have Spell Mastery active yet. That delays my Spy Network by turn. So if I engineer this turn, I'm left here with 2 mana that I can't do anything with. And I only get in for 1. Well, that's 1 is more than... yeah, okay. I got to get in for the damage and convert when I can. And then we can throw a Hasted Esperzoa at him next turn and then delay this by a bit. So let's get in. Alright, so now we've got the Foundry too. And the Blighted Gorge, since we have the 6 mana to activate these special lands. He's got another Gate Creeper. And at least if he does have a Sweeper, Esperzoa still converts for 4, so then it's just basically a Exquisite Firecraft, which is not horrible. So he's got 3 Creepers. That's a lot of Creepers. So yeah, now if I can top deck any 2 or 3 drop, I'd love to top deck an Engineer here. Although I'm not sure if I would play it, honestly, because of the whole Sweeper factor. I picked up a Whirler Rogue. That's going to be good to rebuild after a Sweeper. We're going to punch him for 5 in the air now. If he can't sweep this away, the Firecraft in our hand, he's going to be pretty much well into burn range. I am going to show him the Blighted Gorge, because if I do pick up a 7th land, I can play 3 and 4 on the same turn. So let's see if he's got a Sweeper for this one. Rolling Thunder's only good for 4, so you know I'd have to keep my engineer. No, he has to languish. Of course he does. But I got the Whirler Rogue, so I can rebuild. Alright, so that's 2 waves. Now we're on to wave number 3. And it is an engineer again, but I don't have the mana. I still think, though, that playing the engineer, I don't have the mana. You know, I'd like to be able to drop Whirler Rogue right now. But, you know, the haste is just so good. I may even play Spy Network next turn just to get a card draw. We'll see how it goes. Because this is pretty potent. He's on 10, so we only got to get him for 6 more damage. And he's not on board with anything scary yet. It is a renewal. That fucking sucks, man. That fucking licks donkey balls. That licks donkey balls. So I mean, I gotta play the Spy Network. I can't expose this to a 3rd sweeper. I gotta have a way to rebuild. It's Pilgrim's Eye. Pilgrim's Eye gets me a land. It'll come in with haste, and then I can still Spy Network. So that's what we'll do. Go get a mountain. Play that. Did I tap my mana wrong? I'm a fucking douchebag. Fuck's sake. Alright, I'm just blowing this now. I mean, the last game, yeah, okay. But now I'm just blowing it. I'm just screwing the pooch here. Oh, Christ's sakes. You know, I should be 1 card deeper now. Guy's Revenge, little bit problematic. He's definitely going to swing with it. I can't use my Alchemist Vial to stop it. So... oh my. Anyway. Let's keep the Thopter back. He's probably going to be able to kill it. But we're going to draw a card now. It is a Foundry. So, Whirler Rogue next turn. I mean, maybe I should just blast him with the Firecraft. Have I learned my lesson? We'll see. I got a blocker. Does he have a Fiery Impulse? He's just got a Firebird. I can stop that from attacking. But I think I can take 3. I'm just going to chump block the Revenge. Chump block the Revenge. What do you got? Don't say Miasma. A fucking 2nd renewal? Are you fucking shitting me? Oh Christ, I'm out of this now. I am out of this motherfucking shit. Let's get in for a card draw. I'm not even thinking straight now. I'm tilted. You know, I really am tilted right now. So let's get a card. It's a Whirler Rogue. We're gonna drop a Peerless Mirror. We're gonna drop a Rogue. I mean, I got to. You know, if I'd known I was gonna draw the 2nd one, I would have played the 1st one. Main phase. Alright. It's a Languish. So we're taking 4. I am misplaying this this quite horribly. And he gets to bring the Firebird back now. And he gets to hit me for 7. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm out of this now. I totally blew this game in so many ways, and it's I'm so upset right now. I'm really upset, like tremendously. All right, another land. And a Whirler Rogue. I mean, we're just dead to Rolling Thunder. I'm just gonna throw a Firecraft at him. Just because I'm enraged. Languish, renewal, languish, flames. I mean, I knew it was a bad matchup for me, don't get me wrong, but I could have won some of these games. I definitely could have won game 2, the play was there. You know. And I think I could have played this differently, so here comes a Fleshbag Marauder. Elemental Bond first, though, so we can start drawing cards. Yeah. Oh, double Elemental Bond before he Fleshbags. Yeah, alright. Okay. Oh my, the anger. The anger. No, it's disappointment. That's what it is. It's disappointment. You know, to just fuck up this third game so bad. Sperzoa, Twin Bolt. Alright. Oh yeah, we're just dead to Thunder. See, I could have... Yeah, anyways. We had a couple of blockers, we had some Esperzoa, we had some burn. You know, I could have won this game. I'm telling you right now, I could have won this game. If I'd started drawing, if I didn't tap my mana poorly, and if I didn't just go on complete tilt and just lose my focus. And there we go. Hakeem loses 2-1. See you guys later.